lady.
Oh boy, you do. You got a couple of them then.
Yeah.
So you're about to go on your trip, huh?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Yeah. Next
You're gonna
week,
go on a
it's
trip?
gonna be-
What do you got? You got shrooms? You got that? No, I'm just...
It's gonna be crazy. Oh, first I'm going to be going to Epic Universe. That's in Florida.
Whoa, Gangster Ghost missing mod meetup? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
I don't.
Florida.
I don't know.
Florida.
I got a lot of
like
stuff going on right now.
She's non-committal.
Florida's like the size of a chickpea, so you mean you can't be too far away when you go there.
Yeah, I'm literally. I grew up in Orlando. I'm right by there.
Oh, you grew up in the suburbs, right? I remember hearing about
Oh
that.
no!
Yeah.
Don't drag me into your bullshit.
That was a
how
good
how
one.
high was the white picket fence that you grew up?
She did
with
a whole
on the
show
roads?
on me because of that. And I had to like, I was having like such a nice morning that morning, you know. And it's like I turn on the television. Oh, Missy Maud's on. And Big Bad Mama
crap.
can fucking go to hell. Oh, sorry.
I did not say that.
Oh, kill him. And it's like
Big
I had
Bad
to
Mama gets
send me the
banned.
link. Send me the link. I'm kidding.
Achilles was on earlier, missing mod.
I seen that.
What do you think about Achilles now, Maud? What's your overall feeling about it?
He's great. He's the best guy ever.
I mean, I don't know. I think he's cool. I don't know.
Okay.
Not the best guy ever, but you know.
You just said it.
You have
just said it.
positive feelings towards him at this point
Yeah.
in time. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She swoons for him.
Oh. My,
Yes.
yeah, it's crazy. Oh, have you ever been in an airplane?
No, I haven't.
Me either.
It scares me.
It's gonna be my first time ever.
I know. I wish Bruce was here to say, "I hope it doesn't crash."
Jeez.
Well, little
Yeah.
did you know Bruce is going to be flying the plane.
Oh.
Oh
Yeah.
God, that would be scary.
Ladies
if he
and
was a
gentlemen,
pilot.
this is your captain speaking. I just wanted to let you know that whether we crash the plane or not isn't actually up to me, because according to someone I spoke with earlier, I can't actually choose anything. So, hope you have a good flight.
Dan's already at the crash site with his dancing shoes on.
He's at the crash site.
That was ridiculous.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I remember that day. I was on there. I was half asleep, and Ryan told us about it and said sorry about what happened. And Dan was up there talking about he should start dancing.
What a fucking idiot.
Jeez.
Jeez.
I'm just saying the quiet part loud. I'm
Yeah.
saying what we're all thinking, especially Maud.
Mm. So I didn't say it, so you can't do it.
So I didn't say it. How often do you think that about me, Maud? Come on, just a moment. Let's be honest with each other. How many times do you go, God, Aiden is just such a fucking idiot?
Oh no, I never think that.
Oh,
I just-
come on. Come on.
A bunch of
I
other
do think-
stuff, but not that.
Not
Yeah.
that specific insult.
Yeah. Exactly. I might say ignorant. But that's about it.
You ignorant, Aiden. You ignorant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Time you learn something, Jack.
oh, oh my!
Yeah.
Lupin was on earlier.
Who?
Lupin takes.
Oh
Lupin.
well, it wouldn't be a show without Lupin.
It's true. It's true. Big Bad Mama, why
Yeah.
don't you do that jive impersonation you were doing with me earlier today? You should do that jive talk you were showing me
What?
earlier.
Oh,
Apparently only Gangster Ghost is allowed to gaslight people on this show. That's only Gangster
No,
Ghost. That's all.
Clay is.
Oh, only Clay. Okay.
And Clay,
I got it
yeah.
from Clay, and then you got it from
And
Pete.
Seasal.
Now it's
Seasal
trending
gaslights
like-
people too.
See what Big Bad Mama should have said in response to what I said there is, why don't you cut me some slack, Jack?
Why isn't Sandman coming up on stage today? Is voice mod not working today?
He said he was at home at first, but he said when he gets home he joined. But what if he saw this on an airplane? Oh, the baby!
Well, hopefully you're not sitting near a baby. It's horrible.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait,
But
what?
that's the baby.
What?
Well, babies, like when their ears get like clogged during airplane flights, it's painful, and they just start screaming for an
Well, they
hour
start-
straight.
They pull a Bruce and they start screaming for attention for hours on end.
It's not
Yeah.
that bad, but
Not that bad.
Bruce is just insufferable.
I feel like Bruce is one of those people that has to get drunk to fly on a plane.
Yeah. Bruce, the
Yeah.
well-known alcoholic. That's true.
Well, I don't think he really drinks at all, but I bet you like he can't get on a plane without drinking.
He doesn't drink because every room that he enters, everyone else has already drank all the liquor in order to deal with him. So it's not too much of a surprise that he's never had a drink.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Everybody's just plastered.
Bruce is like, why has everyone taken up smoking again and they're all out on the back porch?
Yeah, they all out to the back porch, and anytime that I go out there, they start blowing it in my face for some reason.
Saman said his voice changer broke down.
Maud's dad probably
Look.
blew smoke in her face when she was a little kid. She was like, makes your lungs strong.
No.
Like, what do you want to be gay when you grow up?
Yeah. What you want lungs that don't have tar on them when you grow up? I don't think so.
You want to be gay? That's funny.
Troy phone happy?
You got to blow smoke in their face. That's pretty funny.
Well, Miss Mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. He said he doesn't want to talk to me, or he blocked me on Facebook.
Well,
He said it was my fault for what Brother Pike.
well, that's good news.
He's
What,
done
it's
that.
good
He
news
said
that it's his
before.
fault? Wow. Wow,
No,
Mr.
that he
Maud.
blocked him on Facebook.
Who
Wow, it's
blocked you
good that
on
he accused
Facebook?
you of that, Gangster Go.
Well, what the hell do you want me to say? You want me to go hunt him down and tell him to change his mind? I mean,
Yeah, I do. Oh, wait.
Sorry,
Who
Jess, what
blocked
were you
who
saying?
on Facebook?
Huh?
Who blocked who on Facebook?
I
Dustin
guess
blocked
Dustin.
you.
Dustin.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know he was on there.
I didn't either. Let me find him. I'll block him too. Not Gigi though.
Oh. Yeah, it was just crazy. And it's the same thing with Josh. He was mad about what Clay did, I guess, and he doesn't want to come on the show anymore.
They'll get over it.
It's all Aiden's fault. Oh, Aiden, did you say earlier that you said Josh music is really Josh Smokey?
Gangster Ghost.
No.
I did not say that. I did not at any point.
Clay
say
says that.
That
Clay
is
says
true.
they're the same person. He's told me that in emails privately, and I'm like, I don't think he is.
Whoa, earlier when I was
Yeah.
talking with Missing Maud, I was like, hey, do you want to come on the live stream? And she was like, oh, I need to go attend to my Adam Lore shrine really quick, but I'll be right there.
Oh, Maud, you remember that?
And here
Video?
I am. Oh.
Stop rolling with the punches, Steph. That's not allowed.
Maud, remember that video where Adam and Dustin were talking, and Adam tried to push Dustin on TV? Say, why don't you talk to Miss Maud? Remember that?
I think so. Was that on Brett's show or something?
Well, PG show, the 24-hour one.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember. It's been a long time.
It was funny. You said, "Oh no."
I was on there.
It was,
I was
know
on
you're
that
in the,
stream
com-
at some point.
yeah. This was after that. It was
Who asked you,
late
Big
at
Bad
night.
Mama? Oh, I was on that stream too, guys. I could be included too.
My part was the best part of that stream.
Aiden was banned. Of
No, we
course.
talked.
Probably
Achilles and I
was.
talked about the fires in Greece, and he blamed them on the government. Said they were setting them on purpose.
Yeah, the
I
government
remember that
definitely wants to
conversation.
burn down its own infrastructure.
Right. I know I didn't agree
It's
with
terrorism. Oh, my bad.
Terrorism? Well, you're already in the room, Mod, so you'd already know all about terrorism, wouldn't you?
I do.
Oh,
You're an
know a little
emotional
bit.
terrorist. That's what you are.
I am. Yeah, you ain't lying.
Weren't you hopping off when Christopher Pike left?
Shut up! Shut up, liberal.
Shut up, liberal.
Yeah, what the hell did you guys?
come on, you-
That's
I'm
the
glad
best
you guys were
comeback
nice to
ever.
Jill. Did you run him off?
He likes
Again?
us.
Yeah. Well, he's trying to. Hey, Zeden.
how long you guys knew Jill?
Years.
Unfortunately, just recently come across him.
Oh, you know Jill and Tim never got along.
Really?
Tim couldn't stand.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, I need to see that.
Yeah, it was on Mod's show. I remember. I think I got the video of it.
Jill and Tim. Boy, that'd be good.
Yeah. Remember that, Mr. Mod?
What?
Oh yeah, Tim rage quit against the. He was doing the tulip challenge, and Tim rage quit. Remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, on my show?
It was on
I-
your show, I think.
I remember him not wanting to
Yeah.
leave. I'm like, why is he not just leaving? You know? I thought to myself
Remember,
a few
Tim,
times,
Tim just ended up
Yeah.
saying, "Don't even talk to me. Don't even."
Yeah. Like he wanted to shut the whole conversation down. It's
Right.
like, why don't you just leave? You know? Why don't you just go?
I'm never coming back.
Yeah, yeah.
He like keeps coming back to tell you that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know, all that testosterone. You know, it's
Oh, is he juicer?
Yeah,
Is he
it
a
was-
juicer?
Is he a juicer? I wouldn't. The views of Big Bad Mama do not necessarily
No.
represent the views of Aiden Linden and
No, I'm asking you. You had some
I-
information on it.
That depends on what your definition of the word is Big Bad Mama.
Yeah, you remember that, Mr. Mod? They're arguing. I think Tim got so angry he ended up leaving, I guess. It was crazy.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was crazy. You remember that, Big
Yeah, I
Bad Mama?
remember. I mean, there was a couple, even on your show, a couple times, Tim would go, "Gangster Ghost, unless you block this person, I'm leaving forever."
Yeah, he would do that unironically.
I mean, I remember at least 2 or 3 times that happened.
When I first
And he never
got-
did it, and yet he would keep coming back.
When I first got here, I remember some of those guys would like guilt trip Logan into shutting his stream before they started theirs, like all the time
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
through them.
It's because they recognized that Gigi was getting more views than them, and they didn't want Gigi. Tim was one of those people that pressured him into doing that until we realized that he was doing that, and we got him to stop. Well, we didn't get him to stop. We told Gigi he doesn't have to listen to him, and then Tim got
And you
pissed
don't.
off.
I think the worst at trying to control this channel was Dan.
Oh,
Some of the Dan did.
150%. Dan,
And Posy,
Yeah.
he tried to control every single aspect of the narrative at all times, and it just made him look incredibly insecure, was really all it ended up doing. Because if you are incapable of having a conversation without front loading it with a bunch of control of Gigi's channel, and that just makes you look weak.
I mean, he always lobbied to be a head moderator. And, you know, nobody else I know, like, "Hey, Gigi, I really want to be a head moderator," or whatever.
No, he got
but-
caught. He got caught by
Yeah.
that because he dishonestly tried portraying it as though Gigi went to him and offered him a mod spot.
Right. Right.
He tried saying that, and then Gigi produced screenshots of Dan going to him in private, not in the chat around everybody else. No, that would require actual nuts to be in his sack.
He only
No.
wanted that so he couldn't get banned by the people who were head mods, like
Bullshit.
you and Axel.
I don't
Yeah.
believe that for
Well,
a
I mean,
second.
how does that I didn't even
don't
know.
believe that for a
I'm just
second.
saying that's what makes the most sense.
He started timing people out that weren't
Because has he
mods
ever
in that
timed
chat.
anybody out?
Yes, he
Hmm.
has. He has timed people out that were non-moderators in the conversation when he was given a regular mod wrench.
I don't know. I don't know about that, but
I'm not
I'm
just
just
making
saying,
it up, I promise.
I'm just saying, that's
That might be
the
part of
common
it,
thing.
but that's only part of it.
Because what do you think he was going to do?
What
With
I
it?
think he was going to do, use it to control the narrative, like he's always obsessively doing all the time.
Who can he control with a mod wrench?
And he's
With a
probably
mod
using it
mod.
to, and he's probably using it to push his own channel. I mean,
I don't know. Anyway,
I'm allowed to
We're talking about
disagree
Dan,
with
right?
Aiden, but not Big Bad Mama. So Big
No.
Bad Mama's right.
oh,
she
you
better
never
not
missed
disagree with
anything.
me.
Yeah, right. I disagree about everything pretty much.
Aiden,
Yeah.
you're wrong about that. Actually, I don't necessarily think that Aiden's wrong about that, Missing Mod. Oh, well, you know, whatever.
Oh boy, you never miss anything. Thank you. I don't know why you don't just do your own show, Aiden.
Yeah,
Duh.
I know.
God, it'd be a dumpster fire every night.
It would. It would.
But everybody would watch.
It would be awesome.
Yeah. What happened to the old Aiden, the one that was like all sophisticated and
Fuck
debated?
Fuck that Aiden.
Yeah, that Aiden's a cuck bitch.
That Aiden's dead and buried.
That's right.
Oh,
We got this new,
No.
improved Aiden, and he's coming after you.
oh,
I'm
Get
coming
her.
for you at SummerSlam, brother.
That's pretty
Speaking
good.
of that,
you're like
Missing Mod.
Achilles too with the keyboard.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm working, all right? I'm sorry.
Good.
oh, this was the thumbnail I had for your show that other night.
Oh,
Imagine that guy at your door. Knock knock. I'm here with the good
which
news.
one, Aiden or Pike?
You just open the door and it's
Oh.
him, just standing there with
I
Angel
did have
Snow.
a picture. I did have a picture of Jill, so I put his initials there.
Has anybody ever seen Jill before? I don't know.
No.
You would
Every
know,
mirror
Logan.
he tries
This
to
guy.
look at shatters instantly, so I don't believe so.
I know Logan's
I
had
seen
to have
this
known
guy.
him for a long time.
Who, Jill?
Yeah. He's always hung
No, I
around
don't
like
know
Will
him.
Kincaid and them, right?
Oh, I said maybe. I never met him before your show.
Did you know
Oh.
Smokey back in the day?
I heard of him, but that's all.
I didn't hear about
It
him
was
until
through-
Brett started talking about him. That's where I first heard that
Hmm.
name.
Yeah, that's where I heard it from. And TTOR. Look at this guy.
When I first met Smokey or heard about him, Brett was like being his buddy. He was like, Smokey Shane are gonna destroy you on theology in this situation. I don't think he ever wants to bring that back up again.
Yeah, I remember that. And then him and TTR got in a fight with Smokey's stuff. Like Smokey's buddy, I forgot his name, came on trying to justify being with a younger kid. I forgot his
Disgusting.
Kennel. I forgot his name. His pastor.
Who?
I think. Smokey's pastor came on to defend
Kenny
him.
Rhodes.
Yeah, that guy. I remember that.
Yeah, I remember that too.
This guy's not that bad of a guy at all. Okay, well, who are you? I'm the guy that
Yeah.
runs the magic factory
Kenny
that he
Rhodes
goes
is a-
to.
He's a scumbag himself.
Yeah, I heard all kinds of stuff happen with him, but he came on trying to justify being with a younger kid, I guess. It was creepy.
Jeez.
Yeah. What do you think of that, Jess? You should know your Jess.
What? Who's Jess?
You. No, I forgot your name. DCW. Diesel.
My name's Cecil.
Cecil, what do you think? You should know you're Cecil.
Know about what?
I don't know.
I don't know. What do you want to know about?
But you said
Oh.
earlier that you want to give all your money to Clay and bow down and worship him. So I remember you saying that earlier. By Cecil?
What about Cecil?
Yeah. That's what you said earlier.
Yeah, that's
don't
not
know.
her response.
She keeps sending me like Mexican food in the mail.
Oh. Sea salt? Sea salt?
The
It's always
insult.
Oh. I think that might be.
Why is Clay doing that?
Yeah, I think that's Clay.
It's because she said literally one thing against him, and he's like butthurt about it or something.
I told him if he had a son, he needed to name him Plato.
What was that, Missima?
I was just wondering. It's just weird.
I don't know.
Oh, Mod.
What?
Yeah. First, I'm going to Epic Universe, and after that, I'm going to go to this Tennessee place, and then to Boston because that's the layaway to UK. I can talk to what's his name?
Are you gonna meet Zealot Den in Boston?
Hey, if that's Cecil, hey.
Missing mod. So can I tell you what I did to these guys?
Yeah.
So
Ooh.
we were at Terry's one night, hanging out at Terry's channel, and Clay made the mistake of telling us that he got a matching tattoo of an infinity sign, just the infinity, on his wrist. Very, very gay, right? And I started laughing at him, and he was not happy. And to this day, he's still mad at me. He hasn't forgiven me, and he's going around making alt accounts of
Did
me.
you see his comment?
Nobody's right. Ay, los tatuajes de infinito son lo más genial de todos los tíos. He's such an idiot. Sigo pensando en hacerme. Uno está en Las Vegas intentando escapar. Shut up. Yeah, it's super funny, dude. Clay can dish it, but he can't take it. You know what? Is what I found out. He can troll and he can make fun, but when it comes to him taking it, he can't. He has a very sensitive. Been missing much, just so you're up to.
He has a very
Note to
sensitive
self:
what?
if I ever get matching tattoos with my wife, don't tell Cecil.
Yeah, definitely. Don't tell anybody.
So what'd you do
Everybody
to
laughed at
Jess?
him. It wasn't just me. Everybody
I
laughed.
just think it's
all the-
funny, so I'm just
Oh, you're
sort
just
of
piling
doing.
on.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
why
just,
he's butthurt,
Yeah.
Cecil. If you told that joke and nobody laughed whatsoever, I'm sure
Everybody
that it wouldn't have been
laughed.
a big deal. But
All the guys are like, "That's so gay." Yeah,
it
so
is
he's
gay, but he
right.
shouldn't have told
Thank
anyone
you.
about it.
But I was kind of joking. I thought it. Obviously, I was kind of joking. I thought it was kind of sweet. You know,
Oh,
it was
shit.
kind of
Did
sweet.
you hear me?
Yeah.
oh snap!
That's not
Can we
me.
see the tattoo?
Cecil.
Can we see
Yes, it is.
No, it's not me.
Let me see the
swear it ain't.
tattoo. Where's the tattoo?
I'll ban all the alt accounts that say Cecil to prove it's not me.
Clay,
But you
let's
can't
see
see
the
it
tattoo.
because I got it
Because you're
covered up.
ashamed of it, so you put a watch
Oh,
over
now
it.
you're
Make it
ashamed of it.
Does it
No.
just
Now
look
you're
like an
ashamed
8?
of it.
That
You're
makes-
ashamed of
just
your
no.
love for your wife.
You're ashamed
you're
of
mad
No,
your
I'm not
eternal
ashamed of
love
it.
for your wife?
Yeah. I ain't ashamed of it. Like, you could kind of see it, but I wear a watch, which is why I was like, yeah, I'll get it on my wrist because I've always worn a watch.
And it looks
If
extra
you look at
gay
my
because it's all like thin
can't
and
see it.
pretty. It's all. If it were manly, it'd
covered
be
by,
Very
like,
something else.
dainty.
No,
very
it's like
dainty.
literally
Exactly.
just like-
Can you show us?
It's like a little jailhouse, like, figure 8.
I knew it. I could see
It's
it.
like kind of
I can
It's
shitty.
tell.
very dainty. It's very delicate. It's adorable.
But just so you
it's
know-
precious.
Like, I did make AI photos of you with gold grills, but that's
I
not me in
know. I
the
saw.
comments.
Is it Latin
Yeah,
AI?
I did that.
It's probably Latin AI. Anyway,
I don't know.
but
But it was like weird
Clay,
because like the second I was like, I'll see if he's still alive. It's like you guys and you're like, Clay is so obsessed with me. I'm like, yeah, that ain't me.
Clay, it's
Driving.
it was just a little trolling, Clay. You're not gay. We know that.
Yeah, no shit. I also am not that upset about it. I just like.
Yeah,
it's,
you are
it's like,
though. Yes, you are. Don't pretend.
I'm not mad.
I'm troll.
I'm
It's
not
a fun
mad.
troll to be like, everybody, her and Latin AI are the same person. You know, it's like
Yeah, I love that
I thought they
one.
were.
I like that
it's
one.
my
That's really
banter.
funny. Yeah.
They are the same
What?
person. They just don't want you to know.
Why Latin AI have a problem with you, C-Sal?
Well, I wish Latin
It's
AI
been
would come to my
years.
show more.
Latin AI is insane.
See-Sal.
She's had a problem with you. What?
I'm kidding. I said I wish she would come to my show more. C-Sal. I'm kidding.
Yeah, C-Sal, how come you never go on Missing Mod's show?
You know why?
No, not
I
C-Sal,
love missing. I
Latin
love
AI.
missing Mod. I love
I was
missing
going
Mod's
along with your
personality.
joke. Missing Mod.
Missing
But she
Mod's
hates the people that
personality
go on
is
her
so. Missing Mod's personality is so sweet and welcoming. She's very welcoming.
Wow.
Gosh, Big Bad
Wow.
Mama.
Man, C-Sal
I just
really is a
kidding.
master
And you
gaslighter.
said that I was being harsh towards her earlier.
What a
Oh, yeah.
douche.
I thought that was Jess laughing for sure.
It's Aiden.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say she's very nice, but the people that join her panels
That's
are
nice.
like a little too wild for me. That's all. That's all it is.
They can be toxic.
Yeah, for sure. But Jess
We
is
won't mention
gonna
any names.
start.
Thank you.
Jess is starting.
Well, it can't be any of you because she joined with you guys here. So
Oh, that's true.
She loves atheists.
She loves atheists as much as she hates white people.
I love white
Jeez.
people. White people are the best.
oh, you watch
See there?
JLP?
Yeah, I love JOP, but I also just love white people. Why does saying I love white people immediately mean JOP? What the
Yeah,
heck?
that's a good.
I nailed it though, didn't I?
Hello, everyone. My name's Jordan Lee Peterson. I'm a representative of every white person on the planet.
No,
That's
not
correct.
him. Not him. The
No.
Jesse
Room
Lee
bucko.
Peterson.
Jesse
Or
Lee
Jess-
Peterson.
Yeah.
Clean your room, bucko.
Beta.
It's the
Anywho.
black racist guy.
Jess, when are you gonna start
Oh,
having
black
your,
racist guy. You mean Jill?
When am I going to start what?
When are you gonna start having your Oh, dude, never mind. If somebody
My
clips
show?
this, if somebody clips this, it's gonna sound so wrong. I was gonna say, when are you gonna start having your hot tub show?
You know what? When you guys all get your hot tub situation in order, we can do it. We can have
Yeah.
like a stream.
Yeah, that'd
It'll be fun.
Zeden, are you there?
Seaton better be here.
The great Zeden.
The great Seaton.
Zeden.
Seaton is better than all of us.
Hey,
If somebody goes to
people.
heaven,
Hey,
it's gonna
man.
be him.
Yeah.
Hold on, it's probably actually Sandman, and he's putting on the David like voice mod.
Sandman said his voice changer was broken.
Yeah, it's not working.
I just
Have you ever
remember-
noticed when he first gets on, like it takes him a minute to actually start talking because he's configuring voice mod FX.
Have you ever been to Napa? I just bought a $200,000 home. That's Sandman.
I just drank a $10,000 bottle of wine.
Hello.
I have $1 million saved as liquid cash in my checking account.
Liquid. Like, I have gasoline. I have $1 million worth of gasoline.
I am actually an oil baron. I made my money off of the labor of small Native American children that I forcibly conscripted into my labor camps.
Smart business right there.
The
course you
children,
would
they,
say that,
the children, they have small hands.
'Cause I'm a
They're better
Bible
at making
believer.
the clothing.
You're a Bible thumping Christian. Hell yeah, brother.
I
Get 'em
love
in the
slavery.
camp. Get 'em in the camp.
Love slavery.
I bet you do.
He's laughing in the
Sandman is
chat.
laughing.
What the hell? These liberals out here acting like if I beat my slave and the eyeball falls out of the socket, that like it ain't enough if I just pay a fine for that. Like, what the hell are these liberals even talking about?
Exactly.
So Sandman, just so you know, you can set up voice mod while you're backstage, like before you hit join. So it's not so awkward when you come in and we're like, "Hi, Sandman," and like 30 seconds later, hello.
Sandman, you know we accept you just the way you are.
We'll love your real voice if you want to share it with us. Do you
Hey
want to come out
guys,
and play?
Sandman here.
What if Sandman is Logan? They're the same person.
What do you got? Like, what is that gas that you
Helium.
inhale to sound? Yeah, it sounds like he's just got helium sitting right there next to him.
I believe in Jesus Christ.
Nah. You lying.
David, if you're talking, your mic's not configured right.
Yeah, I can't hear him at all.
I could hear him. He was telling us all about how much he loves New York and how amazing New York is. And
He's a big
how much
Yankees fan.
better than- yeah, how much better than Boston, New York.
Well, no, he only watches the WNBA.
Oh.
Yeah,
He watches the WNBA.
that's all David watches.
That
The
amuses me way
WNBA
more
and
than it reasonably
Catholicism. That's it. That's all that's welcome in the Z Den.
He goes to the
Dang.
mass that they have at the court right before.
He's out of here.
See what you did? You scared him away.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to scare him. I didn't know he was so sensitive.
The Orthodox
Poor
are
guy.
such bullies.
We'll be nicer. Come in.
We don't turn into bullies.
No wonder
until
the
there's, like, at
Catholics
least
kicked him
4 of
out.
us.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Big Bad Mama's on a roll.
No wonder the
today.
schism happened.
Big Bad Mama's on a roll.
Jeez.
Uh,
It's so funny how he laughed at that earlier. It was like he was ready. I thought it was genuine.
so
When you-
genuine. I
when you
think he's
laugh about
typing
stuff.
He while crying, like a single tear is going down his cheek as he types LOL.
He can't talk because he's trying to adjust his voice mod.
Listen, I'm right now. I'm working on my Bugatti. I need to back it out of the garage. Listen, guys, you don't understand. I have to do my voice exercises to get it this deep. It's not software.
I need to do several reps of my vocal cords every morning. Yes, hello. My name is Sandman.
Zden.
I still
Z
can't
must
hear
stand
him.
for sleep. He's sleeping.
Why is that a thing? Why do people put Z as meaning sleeping? Because I just don't get that. I've never heard somebody sleep and go zzz while they're sleeping.
Well, it depends on what they fell asleep doing.
What the hell?
Good point.
Blending a smoothie?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Correct. Yeah, they just
don't
left
get
the
it.
blender on.
That's
That
what
just brought a whole new meaning to the Z Den now.
Oh my god.
I meant what Aiden said though.
Yeah, sure you did.
What goes on in the Z-Den? Z-Den?
Oh,
Don't let these
Zeden.
heathens,
Are
Zeden,
only
don't let these
Z's and
heathens
Zers welcome in the
heathens-
Z-Den?
pervert you, Zeden. Run!
Bye.
I was just about to go off on the Pope, so good thing.
Who's
Oh look,
DJ
there's my
on
alt
Paul?
account out there.
What the heck? DJ Ampa is everywhere. Oh my gosh.
What?
DJ Ampa, how do you even know about this channel? Oh, Latina and Cali told you probably.
Remember Daniel accused me of being him?
Wait, what?
Daniel accused me of being this DJ on Paul, right? Isn't that the guy?
Everybody
who
knows
made
that you're
video?
Steven. All right, everybody knows.
I
Yes.
think, is that the one that they said was your husband or something? Look, I believe that too. I thought that was true because Clay told me that.
Oh,
No,
yeah,
Clay.
no, I
oh
don't
my
even know
God.
that guy. I've seen him around though.
Dude, Clay lies so it's insane how you guys actually believe him. No, DJ Ampa is not Missing Mod's husband. What the heck? That's wild.
Is he the one that posted that video making fun of Dan?
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so. Right, Logan.
Yeah.
He's the one that
DJ
did the
Ampa?
singing video.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, I
then
guess.
and then just makes like endless videos about eating, like drinking bubble tea or something. I don't know what that channel is.
Huh.
Who's DJ on the Paul? Checking it out.
I thought he
Well, hello,
no, I
DJ
thought it was
Ampa.
somebody else. I'll go check out his
Sorry.
channel. I didn't think he even watched this channel.
Hmm.
He said this
Actually-
first time.
It's actually
just check out the
Dijon.
pod.
It's actually Dijon, as in Dijon mustard.
Dijon,
That's correct.
y'all. Dijon.
It's one of my favorite out of touch Obama moments of all time was when Obama went to Flint, Michigan, and he went to this like random, like really poor hot dog vendor and bought a hot dog from them, and he was like, "Do you guys have any Dijon mustard?" It's like, no, they don't, Barack. They don't have Dijon mustard in Flint, Michigan.
Oh,
You
I
got,
think,
you got the Dusseldorf.
oh, you guys are in trouble now.
Mm-mm.
Oh crap!
All right,
He
hold on.
downloaded the software.
All right, make sure you put all the sliders in the right place. You don't want it to sound mechanical.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Sandman here.
Jess is gonna start.
Hold on, I'm
Feeling
pulling in my
set.
Bugatti.
Testing 1 2 1 2.
There you go.
Got it. My levels good. Do I
Testing.
need to boost
Is
the
this
gain
Sandman?
and voice mod FX?
Sandman, Jess said he's angry because he's not the deepest voiced man in here anymore.
Sandman,
I'm
how are
I'm
you?
the naturally deepest voice man in here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Jess is has a deeper voice. That's true.
Hi, Sandman. Your buddy Achilles was here earlier.
Mm.
And he didn't say hi.
Hmm.
What did he say? Did he say hi to so and so or anything like
He
that?
ran him off
Just-
filibustering.
Sandy, what car did you drive today?
Shut up, Mo.
Today we went boating. Actually,
You went boating. Which boat did you take
well, my
out of the 5?
Out of the
Well, you know, I decided that
I
I,
took
would
the
be
boat-
humble today, and
I
I,
took
would
the
take
boat
the
that I
single
parked in
decker
my other
yacht
boat.
rather than the triple decker yacht. I decided to be humble.
I
Aiden,
took the boat that I dock in my other boat.
You
yeah.
Aiden, I need to tell you, I know who that guy is. He's the guy who made that video song about
Dan.
Dan.
Oh my God.
Was he the one that made that really funny Dan YouTube poop? Because that was one of the best things of all time.
I don't know.
No, we know who made that Dan YouTube poop.
Oh, are you talking about Daniel Newman or?
Who was it?
You know, Dan Pazzi was who I was thinking of.
Hmm.
Who were you
You gotta
talking about?
teach me how to
Gangster? Were
edit,
you talking
Big
about
Bad Mom.
Daniel Newman or?
I thought you were talking about that video where someone was in their car chanting like Dan, but like mocking him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was DJ Ampa?
I thought it was. Maybe it was DJ something.
No, that I don't think that's DJ Ampa. I've seen DJ Ampa around for years and years, and he doesn't do that. He doesn't like troll people like that. He doesn't care.
I need to show you it.
I'm a giant jackass in my car. I have no self-awareness.
So mean. What's the channel? Vicky.
Oh shit!
Gigi.
What was that?
Vicky.
What was that?
That was Dan.
That was Dan.
That was making fun of Dan. That guy was making fun of Dan.
Well, that
What was the
that's
channel
the funniest
name?
thing
Can
I've
somebody
seen
tell
all
me the
week.
channel name?
It was DJ on Paul.
It's a DJ on Paul.
Huh?
Yeah.
What the
Yeah.
heck?
That was
That's
pretty
weird.
funny, I have to admit.
That's the funniest shit I've seen all week.
That's the guy they thought was you, Mod.
I mean,
your
that didn't
husband.
bother Daniel,
No,
right?
no.
I mean,
Clay told me that was Maud's husband, mocking Dan. Like when all that stuff jumped off.
Yeah,
My
no.
DJ
mod
was a little troll then.
told me it
Mhm.
He's
wasn't.
just the same as everybody else.
The only old man Mod has is Father Charles. That's the only old man in Mod's life.
Oh,
What
Hey
the?
there, Simeon. What you saw of that, Simeon? Was that crazy?
Yeah.
Why'd you say "aw" at the end there, like you were like insulted by? I'm sorry, Mod. I feel really bad now.
well, you know, I'm sure there's older people around. I don't
You made me feel really bad.
where is
there.
Charles?
I believe that he's in Rhodesia at the moment. Yeah. Believe he was spotted in Rhodesia during the 1960s, specifically, and he never really left ever since. You don't know the history behind that, Big Bad Mama. It's okay. Open a damn book and maybe you'll find out.
Father
Sandman.
Charles is in Rhodesia.
That's right.
Okay. Oh,
Wah,
look into
wah,
that.
wah. Oh,
Yama.
Sandman, how many supermodels did you go on your yacht with?
On your boat. No, it's the little boat that he puts inside the big boat. There's like a hangar in the big boat. And he backs
Sandman,
the
did
little
you
boat in
take the
there.
big boat or did you take the
And he
small
puts
boat?
that in his airplane.
He
like
drives the big boat to the little island, and then he takes the little boat to get to the island.
Did you park your little boat in her big boat, Sandman?
Don't.
whoa.
Okay. It doesn't have to get
Cecil, you
radar.
started it.
Those days,
I
those
did
days
not
are behind
start
him.
it.
He's recommitted himself to the church.
I never said anything sexual.
Oh, sorry.
Guys, there's ladies in the house.
Thank
Right.
you. See,
Control
Sandman's
your-
a gentleman.
Yeah, thoughts only. Thoughts only.
Oh,
no,
come on.
no saying it out loud.
Get off your high horse.
We stay
You
on our
would
high
know all
horse.
about thoughts, right?
Yeah, trust me, it gets way worse than this. That's nothing.
Hmm.
No, these
And
guys are
second
pretty
of all,
mild.
Toughen
It's
up,
not-
Sandman.
It's not my
Try being in a room with Clay and Jess. That's when it gets real bad.
If it's just us talking,
No.
it can get out of hand very quickly.
Try watching a, stream with Peter Tucker. Yeah, that's when
So-
it gets real bad.
Is that
But Jess,
yeah.
it's not my boat. It's my friend's boat.
Okay?
About an hour and a half away from me. So we
Gotcha.
went-
See, he's humble.
What kind of
He's
boat?
humble just like us.
it's like a
Well, he
18-foot
deigns to ride on his friend's boat sometimes. He doesn't always need the big boat.
I
But-
used my friend's
Yeah.
boat because I
Yeah.
I rented my larger boat out to Walt Disney for his.
I paid
cruise
for
that
my
he's planning
my
on
friend's
taking.
gas and supplies with the rental fees for my larger boat.
Jeff Bezos wanted to borrow the boat for the weekend, so I decided to be nice.
Anyway, what kind of boat was it? Was it like a sailboat or like a
inboard
fishing-
inboard 6-seater, like looks like
Yeah.
your typical
Yeah.
6-seater little boats.
Just your average luxury liner, nothing to,
He's
They have a crow's
about it.
nest.
he's got a big, he named it Norwegian Star. I don't know, it's something
Oh.
like that.
Sounds kind of gay.
No, it's no, that was a
And
joke.
Aiden knows gay.
Norwegian Star is actually is a cruise line.
Sorry, what was that missing gonads? I couldn't hear you.
I said and Aiden knows gay.
Ah.
If any of us know, Aiden knows.
Ada knows game.
Shut up, missing gray matter.
Oh, Salmon. Dustin got mad last night because he was laughing when Bird Pike tried to teach, and he got kicked out, and he got mad at me for it, and he won't come on anymore.
He got mad at you?
Yeah,
Oh, how do you feel about it?
sad.
Are you sad?
You should be remarkably unaffected.
Oh, okay.
What is Orthobomb?
Oh, for what?
He's got more stuff about the Ortho Bros.
Yeah,
What is he doing?
but Salmon.
Yeah.
But what was Dustin trying to ask you the other day? Is he trying to deny that you do your job or something?
Oh, that I don't know what I'm talking about. in
Yeah, that
terms
was
of-
really strange. Like, you came at him with no hostility whatsoever, and he just kept coming at you, and it just got really awkward at a certain point. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, what else could you say? You know, everything I say is garbage and bullshit anyway. So, what are you gonna say?
He just cussed on the channel. Throw him out. Throw him out.
Pike, log in and kick him.
Face the wall, Sandman.
Look at the flowers.
Put the gum on your nose. Did you ever get that in school? Put your gum on your nose.
No, they were using cop jargon, not school. Whatever.
Get on the ground! I just love how peaceful and chill American cops are when they pull up to a situation. You know, the first thing that they do is de-escalate a situation. There's like a crazy guy with a knife, and instead of being like, hey, maybe we could talk about this, they're like, get on the ground, crazy guy with a knife right next to a giant group of people. We're going to antagonize you as much as we can.
Yeah, because this ain't about your feelings. It's about you shutting hell
Oh,
up.
here we go.
Stop,
Here we go.
Stop putting people in danger, you freaking
Missing
crazy guy with a
bootlicker.
knife.
Missing bootlicker over here.
Hey.
Oh, the cops are actually right all the time,
Call
guys.
it what you want. No, they're not. But yeah, they have a protocol. That's the way they
Rodney
handle
King
business.
got
Because
what
you
he
ain't fucking
deserved.
around. You ain't hurting anybody on these streets, son. We don't care about your feelings. This ain't Canada. What do you think
Missing
this is,
mod.
Canada?
Missing
Oh, we
mod
only
problem.
hire hot cops because we're in Canada?
Yeah, yeah, what about it?
Well, yeah.
I bet Missing Mod saw the Rodney King protests back in the day, and they're like, well, I don't even know what the fuss is about. They should have just shouldn't have resisted.
Yeah, you know, probably. I probably would.
Yeah,
feel
you
that way.
probably would have been that way. Yeah, yeah.
What the hell? Don't resist. Just shut your mouth and do what you're told,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
you can
just
talk.
listen to the Gestapo, yeah.
Well, what the hell?
Yeah,
what
just
else are
let
you
them
gonna do?
completely trample your rights and just do whatever they want. They know what they're
Yeah,
doing.
but you live in America, right?
Yeah,
like
just
these
be
are the
a-
protocols the cops go by. If you're giving them a hard time or there's a protest going on, they don't know. They don't know. They can't read your mind. They're pretty smart though. They can figure a lot of stuff out. But
They're pretty
you know,
smart, really.
just do
And
what they say.
They're
Just
pretty
do what the
smart.
hell they say, and then you can bitch about it later. Why would
An
you stand there when
institution-
there's a whole protest going on and there's all this stuff going on? This cop don't know if your friends are coming up on him. And they don't know anything. So yeah, he's gonna throw him on the friggin' ground. You know,
Uh-huh.
that's just listen. This isn't your mommy and daddy, right? Like these are the cops. They
No,
don't
but-
care about your feelings. They care about keeping the peace.
What about outside of protests? I mean, like if a cop is literally asking you questions that you don't have to answer, do you comply or?
Yes.
Well, if you don't have to answer, you don't have to. But why would you even say that? Are you
Well, all
hiding
you have
something?
to do, really, if you're smart, all
Are
you
you
have to do
hiding
is say,
something? Really?
I don't want to answer any questions until a lawyer is present, and
And you have the right to do that.
then
But
then they would literally have to call your lawyer to keep talking.
No,
to
you go to jail and then you talk to your lawyer.
Uh-huh.
That's how that works.
Well, no, it's not in their
Just be a
interest.
vacillating
works.
cuck to the
Well, your
state.
lawyer doesn't just show up to the
Missing
crime scene.
bootlicker here.
That's what I'm saying.
Hmm.
So
I mean,
as
who
long
else
as
is
you
going to
know-
protect you? Who else is keeping your
Look, there's bad cops and good
protect
cops,
myself.
right, Mon?
yourself? Do you even?
Do you
know
think there's
them?
bad cops out there?
Yes.
Yeah, of course there are.
Okay.
I know some.
Okay.
Yeah, the cops that
Okay.
don't shoot people rather than arresting them, those are the bad cops.
No, people.
I'm joking.
Some people. I mean, you know, I don't know what the hell what do you think the crime's going to stop?
Well,
if the
there's
cops
cops
start
that try to
becoming better?
arrest. Have you seen these First Amendment audits where the cops try to arrest somebody who is just filming on a sidewalk?
Well, you know, these people that they get into these altercations with, these cops are not, this is not the first time. Now, I'm sure there are some cases out there where it's a rookie cop or something, but most of these cops are experienced in law enforcement. They've been dealing with criminals, you know, they don't know who to trust. They don't, you know, and then they have
Yeah, but
certain
they should
rules they
know
have
the
to
law.
follow. Well, of course,
And
they
First
do.
Amendment auditors figure out that they don't know the law all the time.
Yeah,
Well,
So they
don't-
should know. They should
And they
know how
still
to
don't
properly
after
do
all
their
these
job.
years. After
Yeah,
all
I
these
have a-
hundreds of audits, there's still cops out there that think they're due your identification just for filming on a sidewalk.
Or just being somewhere where they think you shouldn't be, even if it is public property. I have a friend of mine who's made over $700,000 just from flipping them off in traffic, and then they end up hurting him or attacking him. And the thing is, that's covered by the First Amendment. You can flip off a cop; they can't do anything to you. You shouldn't. It's an asshole thing to do to another human. But this person that I know, he has sued 3 different times because he's been brutally attacked for flipping off a cop.
Yeah, you know why
You
they
can't
brutally
do that.
attack him?
I mean, do you
Because
think he'd
plenty of
learn
those
the first
people-
time?
Plenty of those people have this idea that they're basically Judge Dredd. They're judge,
Yeah.
jury, and executioner, and they can do whatever the fuck they want. Because
Yep.
that's how police have operated for the longest time. People act like police have all of a sudden gotten more worse over the past 20 or 30 years, and that's not true. The only difference between now and 20 or 30 years ago is that the average person now has a computer in their pocket that can film their actions.
Mhm.
That's the difference.
You know what?
And they have
you know
to wear
what you
cameras
do?
too.
Yeah.
You know what you do? Yeah, which makes it harder because, if you think about it, there's been a lot of cops. There's probably been more cops than not that have let people get away with things.
Sure.
I've had cops take and smash stuff on the ground before and not take me to jail, Like that's not a thing anymore. You
So
can't
they
do that when you got
destroyed
a
your
camera on your
property?
freaking chest. But yeah, of course. Yes, there's bad cops, of course, yes. But you know what happens? You know what you do when you're wrongfully accused of something or they do something illegal to you? You go to jail, you do what you got to do, and then you get out and get a lawyer.
It
and then
shouldn't
you
get to
rich.
that point.
So
It
so
shouldn't
my
get to that
friend
point.
my friend that
Yeah,
flips
but
off cops
you
and
can't stop
sues
that,
them.
Big Bad Mama. People are bad.
Education.
Right? Like
It's
you can't
educating
stop
the
them.
cops what the
Education.
law
That's
is.
exactly right, Big Bad Mama. So
You
so
can't
like
become a cop
all
and not
3 of
know.
these police departments that abused my friend for flipping them off, they all
And
had to be
that's kind of an
completely
asshole thing to
retrained.
do. Who just goes around flipping cops off to see what happens?
Right.
These guys are out there like risking their life,
First
and this guy's flipping them a bird.
a
He probably
cop is
deserves
not a
his ass kicked.
god. A cop is not a god. That they're not judge, jury, and executioner. They don't get to smash someone's head into a curb because they flipped them off.
Yeah, well,
You don't get to. If I
the
did
guy
that,
got
if
rich,
someone flipped me
probably.
off and I yanked them out of their car and threw them face first into a curb, I would go to prison.
Yep.
That
the
cop
guy's done
just
it
got
3
his
times
pay.
then.
Yeah, but that cop just got his pay docked, and he still kept his job the first time.
Mhm.
It's because police officers. It's because there's 2 main things.
They had to retrain the entire
Cops are people,
department,
they
and
have
they didn't even
feelings.
fire the idiot.
The problem is
Of
that
course not.
in
They
the- in
probably
the-
know him around there because he's
It-
probably flipping cops off all the time. Fucking asshole.
Of
No,
course, that's
I'm
what you have
talking
to
about the
assume from
asshole
the guy.
cop didn't get fired.
He said 3 times. The guy did it 3 times.
Two
And what?
different
So what?
departments. He sued all 3 of them, and they all had to retrain their staff.
Yeah, that sucks. That
Yeah.
sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, because you can't throw. Because like me as a private citizen, I can't throw somebody face first into a curb for flipping
Well,
me
he
off.
won, didn't he?
You know what the
Yeah, he
difference
did.
is? But you know what the
Guess
difference
what? He
is
shouldn't have been
between
thrown on the ground for
So
flipping
now he's
someone
got
off.
free money for flipping a bird.
free
No,
money.
not
Yeah,
free money. He got his he got his rights violated, and that's what he sued them
He
for.
got his ass kicked for flipping a dude off. That's what happened. And the guy just happened to be a cop.
A cop that's supposed to uphold the law who then broke the law.
Yes,
who
hold
was
on.
the other? Who were the other cops he flipped off? Were they in the same area?
No, they were in different cities. He goes around the country doing it.
Oh my god, what a fucking asshole! I'm sorry.
He's almost a millionaire from doing it.
See, that's what I'm
Oh.
saying right there. And then your ass believes him. You
The-
just
the
believe
only-
the negative shit that he's spreading.
the only
and
issue
he's running around
Because the
flipping birds
court found
at
him
cops
to be correct.
for no reason.
Jess, the only issue I have with that is the taxpayers ultimately have
Oh,
to pay that
definitely. And guess
bill.
what?
And I'm
that
not saying
cop-
I'm not saying he's wrong or
Yeah.
the cops are wrong and he's he's
Well, he's a
showing that they're
YouTuber.
wrong, but I just don't like the fact that that's basically taxpayer money that he's taking.
I agree. I don't
Well,
like that
that's
aspect of
money
it.
that he's taking, but not a single cent of that taxpayer money would have to be surrendered to
if the public servant
True.
police officer didn't act the way that they did. If they acted in a way that was in accordance with the law, then none of that money would have had to have been handed over. And there's two things that
That's
I need
true.
to talk about on this. The first is that one of the reforms that should be put into the American policing system is that if a police officer is found guilty of wrongful conduct, rather than the fine being levied on taxpayer money, I think at least a
Cops
portion
should have to pay it.
I think
No,
at least
that's-
20% of that should come out of the cop's pocket.
It wouldn't work because he's an employee, right? So the cop, the police department, the government is responsible for him and his actions when he's on duty. But
Then
just
he's
you
not
either
responsible for
arrest
his
a
own
Just
cop
think
for
about it.
committing a crime.
You're a cop, right? And you
But-
see this guy that's been going around getting rich on YouTube or wherever the hell he does this. And he's
Well, you
flipping
think they
birds
would
at
figure
people.
out not
just come
to
across-
mess with the guy if he keeps winning lawsuits, right?
Well, people have feelings, right? Like they have feelings.
Okay, if
and
I
that-
hurt your feelings, do you get to throw me face first into a curb?
he did, didn't he? That's not legal, and he
Not
got in
legal.
trouble for it. But he got
Well,
his ass
listen,
stomped,
this-
and
this
I'm
is a lot.
kind of glad about it. I hope
That's-
somebody else does it.
That's the first. That's the first.
She's
Well-
honest.
So the first of the reforms that I mentioned was that some of it should come out of the cop's pocket, and it should come out of the cop's pocket for the exact reason that Maud brought up, because the person that's lining that cop's pocket is the state.
Yeah.
They're lining the cop's pocket, so that money should be taken out of that cop's pocket, because if it did get
Mhm.
taken out of cops'
Let's-
pockets, then let me finish.
And that cop
If it
should be
did
charged
get
with
taken out
assault.
of cops' pockets, then maybe, just maybe, more cops would think twice before
Okay.
they blatantly violated people's rights.
Can we
Yeah.
flip that? Can we flip that the other way though? What if we got a cop that's like, "I'm going to kick your fucking ass. I'll pay for it. I don't care." Well, then
Okay.
you're going to deal with something on the other side there, and there's going to be people that'll be fine with that.
What are you?
There's some people they'll be fine with paying the fine if they can kick your ass for flipping them off.
So they
You know,
can
there's
control
people out there
themselves
that
when
are
they see they can control themselves when they see horrible things that people do to other people, but because their fragile ego doesn't allow them to get flipped off by someone in a car, they can now commit assault.
Yeah, that's
I'm
what
not
it comes
saying
down
it's
to.
right. I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that's just people, right? You're dealing with a person. You're flipping.
I'm
a
not saying
person
it's
off.
right. I'm just saying I hope it happens
he's
to
just a
them
guy.
again.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I think he's an asshole running around flipping cops off just to
Well,
see
I
if they'll
think
beat
that's
him up.
fucking bullshit and insensitive.
Why
of
would you
you,
provoke?
Stephanie.
Why would you provoke?
Because
Insensitive.
he
Why would you
believes in the
provoke
First
them
Amendment.
like that?
It's
Why
a
are you
First Amendment
bullying and
issue.
provoking the police
Bullying.
He's
officer?
not
Yeah.
bullying.
He went
He's
and
not-
bullied.
he never
went and bullied
bullies.
a guy with
He
a
never
gun on his
talks
hip.
to
Yeah,
them.
whatever.
He
Fuck
doesn't
Oh,
follow
okay.
them.
Yeah,
Missing
okay.
mod.
Oh, because you think
Missing
he's got
mod.
a gun? That
No.
doesn't protect the cop.
No.
Because he's the one that's being fucking. He's the
Missing
one that's
mod.
being targeted all
He's-
the time.
maybe-
You guys literally think
okay,
it's okay for this
here's
guy to
what he
run around
does.
flipping
He
people off
drives
for no
by,
reason, though. That's
He
fine.
drives
That's
past
cool.
them.
We're all
He
good.
sees them in their car and flips them off, and he keeps driving. They don't have to
Yeah.
follow him. They don't have to talk to him. They can just leave it
And
alone because it's
most
not
cops
illegal.
have PTSD too. They're dealing with
Oh
PTSD.
man, I
most of
forgot.
them.
When my uncle
Oh,
kicked the
who
crap out of
cares?
somebody who made a
Who
hand
cares about
gesture because
that,
he had
though?
PTSD.
So the
Like
other
that's
reform-
crazy.
The other reform.
What
that I
the hell
think
do
needs
you
to
want
be
me to say about it? You want me to agree? You want me to agree with you? Because I don't.
But it
I
just
think
sounds.
I think it's ridiculous that you guys are excusing this idiot's behavior.
No,
But cop got
I don't
passionate,
think
got pissed
I
off
wouldn't
and
do
beat
it.
his ass like he
I
probably
wouldn't do
fucking
it.
deserved.
I wouldn't do what he does. I knew
It's
him before he
disrespectful.
started doing
Look,
this.
I've been flipped off
Because he
before
probably
driving,
called
and I don't go.
Yeah,
road
that's
rage
what I'm
against
saying. I get
somebody.
flipped
Do you know
off
what I
in
mean?
traffic all the
But that's
time
not you.
because
You know,
of
there
my
are people
job.
out there,
No,
obviously.
because of my job, I'm only allowed to drive
I'm
a
sure
certain
there's more that goes
speed.
into that.
But
You
I'm
know what
only
I love-
allowed to drive a certain speed.
Wait,
People
what-
can flip me off. I don't go drag them out of their car.
What I love about this is that Maud is willing to extend endless amounts of nuance to the police officers that are having to deal with this circumstance, but she's willing to extend absolutely zero nuance to the person who got dragged out of
looking
their
at it-
car and
No,
brutally
I'm looking
beat.
at it
Look,
like this
I have
guy's
cops in my
targeting
family.
these guys got dragged out of his car. I'm sure there's a lot more to this whole story.
Oh, there's
I'm
videos.
saying
Yeah,
was
there is a
illegal,
lot more to this
And the
story.
cop should have gotten and did get in trouble apparently.
Oh,
So
there's
what-
more.
You know,
There's
every
more to the
time-
story only if there's
Me-
more to the story to defend the cops, right?
Right.
I really don't
I
understand.
respect the
where
police.
you guys-
Just saying to CSAL, I
you're fucking
respect the
delusional.
police and I don't think it's cool to do what he's doing. But at the same
You're trying
time, it's
to-
not okay to assault somebody because they flipped
You're
you
trying
off.
to
Yeah.
take this one cop's behavior and
No,
pin
but-
it on every
No,
on
but
the
Mon, did you
police.
hear
That's
what,
not
did
what
you
I
hear what
said at
Jess
all.
just said?
I
Jess
Well,
said
I
what-
he doesn't
literally
really
just
like
said
what-
I have police in my family. They
he
would
said
never
What's
do
the
that.
point?
what the
though?
guy's doing for the most part, but he understands.
I don't
that
endorse what
really-
he does.
It comes down to the police, the responsibility of the individual policeman to control their anger and their temper.
Yeah,
Right.
Well,
that's
and
what I'm
this-
saying.
And this is one of the reasons
We
why
have to do it.
Another
Yeah.
major reform that needs to be implemented in the American policing system is the fact that your bog standard regular police officer is sent to deal with almost every single issue that occurs. Unless there's a fire or a medical emergency, a cop is sent every single time. And that is like using a hammer to both nail in a nail, put a window into that frame, and then put curtains on that window. You're not going to be able to do all of those things with a hammer. One of those things you can do really well with a hammer. But that's the problem, is that in America, when there's a domestic dispute and it's not escalated to the point where there's been domestic violence, some stormtrooper with a gun is sent to their door. Some stormtrooper that's
Every
been
cop has
trained
And to be fair,
to
some of
deal.
those stormtroopers are good with
Who-
people and they can de-escalate.
Sure.
Who do
Yeah.
you think they should send?
I think that they should send social workers to those sorts of situations.
Not without a cop accompanying
They send
them,
the
in my
social
opinion.
workers after.
in
After
the
the
scenario.
cops come, if there's something, there's a child there and there's something that happens and it, whatever it is, I don't know what their protocols are, but if there's a child involved, they send the social workers after
So
the whole thing.
So I think that a social worker should be sent, and I think a cop should accompany them if there was indication that domestic violence was something that is a
Yeah.
probability or even a possibility. Then yeah, there should be a cop that accompanies them. But the difference between that cop and that social worker is the social worker has been trained to deal with nuance, has been trained to de-escalate situations,
They
and
would
the
have to have a
cop.
gun.
You're
The
talking
cop
about
is not
you're
gonna-
talking
I
about
have
something
to push
that's
back
happening
a
though,
little bit on that
Hayden,
because
it's happening right at the moment. So how do you
yeah,
get the social
domestic
worker
violence,
there? It's a
domestic
very
violence
violent,
situations
potentially violent
are very
situation.
dangerous. They're
Yeah.
the most
I just
dangerous.
explained the caveat for why that could
One
be
at
the
a time.
case.
Yeah. But the domestics are one of the most dangerous situations for the police because a lot of times you have
in the
two
heat of
people
passion.
that are like there's so much passion in that situation, and like you could end up in a situation if you're just a social worker on your own that thinks you can just go in and talk it out, where you could get yourself in a really bad situation because there's a lot of feelings running high. Now, like
But
the-
that's
the
typically
cop-
going to be
there
indicated.
should be better training on de-escalating for the cops. That you should have people who are physically capable of restraining
You notice how
and
we can't do anything about the people, though, right? Like the calls that
Yeah,
are being made, like because people are just bad, So
it's not that people are bad. It's that people are out of control and usually living in a toxic situation that's just escalating and escalating. And by the time the cop gets there, they don't know what they're walking in on. So I get that. But like what I'm saying as far as all of this goes is like I don't really think social workers is the only solution here. Like
No,
obviously they should be involved, maybe to some extent. I feel like you need a very specific, just strictly de-escalation mindset. But there's been a lot of situations where cops have died because they didn't send enough of them, and they were not equipped
He's about to
correctly.
go code red.
Yeah.
No, I just wish I could finish a fucking statement.
Sorry.
That's all.
Yeah.
I just wish I could finish what I'm fucking trying to say before I
No,
get
we
talked
no.
over. Shut the fuck up.
You're not allowed.
Shut up.
You're not allowed.
I'm trying to speak.
Oh no. Oh,
So,
okay. Go ahead.
All right, now
You can talk now if you want, Aiden.
I love you too, Big.
go ahead.
So Big Bad Mama said, in a scenario where they need to be there right then and there, a social worker shouldn't be sent, and I agree. The caveat that I laid out.
Oh, I
was
disagree
that
with Big Bad Mama.
There should be. All right,
Go
deep
ahead,
breath. Deep breath.
Okay, sorry.
Deep breath.
Missing Mod is a bastard. Anyway.
Ouch.
Yes, a social
Let's send
worker
a
is
social
only
worker
one-
into a tense situation where everybody's armed.
I'm gonna fucking
Right?
I'm gonna fucking kill myself.
I'm Canadian. I know what happens in the middle of American cities.
Oh
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Aiden.
So you guys
I'm
have a good
sorry,
day.
I'm sorry.
No, you
I
guys
love
have a
it.
good one.
Oh, shut up
Aw.
and continue.
No, come on.
You
Don't
cheer up,
leave.
Buttercup.
Yeah.
So as I was saying,
Aiden's a fucking idiot that doesn't know anything about anything.
Aiden's a liberal.
That was funny. Liberal. Go ahead, liberal. I mean, Aiden.
Libtard. I mean,
strangulation. And that's
definitely
all.
need a cop if
Just
there's
go
a
ahead.
strangulation
Hey,
happening.
be quiet.
Yeah.
So,
Shut up, Jess. Oh.
my fucking
Okay, I'm shutting up for real. I'm done.
Why am I helping Mod bully one of my favorite people?
Ooh, got him.
You broke him.
Finally.
You broke him.
Just shoot everyone, okay?
Why am I doing
If somebody even looks at somebody slightly wrong, I think a cop should just show up and put a bullet in their fucking head, and then that can be the end of that. How about that? All right,
No.
that's
Well,
how
you know
every
what?
scenario should be
Third
solved.
Let's do what
consecutive call
Aiden
about
said.
that individual.
How about
Let's do-
every
let's do
single
what Aiden
person
wants,
gets a
and
lead
let's-
medication? That's what
Let's
they
just
need.
go and ask them nicely.
A
They'll
happy bullet.
stop. They promise they will. Okay, go ahead. I'm gonna mute.
Finish your very important point, Aiden. Oh, I love you so much, Terry. That's such a nice charitable comment. Oh my goodness. So I think that in a scenario where, and domestic disputes was one of the things that I brought up, but that's just one of the possible scenarios. And social workers are only one tool that should be available in a vast array of different social services that are available for different scenarios. Like, social workers are good for certain scenarios, but obviously they're not good for everything, just the same way as a cop is not good for everything. There needs to be people that are trained for specific situations. And even if that's just two other sub departments or categories besides just beat cop, then fine, fair enough. But I think even if it was just social workers that were added into that mix, I think the amount of officer-involved shootings, I think the amount of scenarios where things escalated rather than de-escalating, I think that those scenarios would go down, and I think that the safety of everyone, not every time, but as a whole, would go up. Because as Missing Mod stated, there are plenty of cops out there that have PTSD. For all we know, the cop that shows up to your door because you're yelling at your mom over who's going to take out the trash, you know, that cop very well could have just gotten in an officer-involved shooting that previous week. And they've got an itchy trigger finger because they had to go into a very similar situation that all of a sudden escalated out of control. That person should not be the only person there to deal with that situation. That's all I'm saying.
So wait, who called the cops though? Because that's whoever called the cops. The other person's obviously taking the trash out. Got him. Figured it out.
Yeah, just shoot everyone.
I'd
Why
say
not?
wait until like the fourth or fifth domestic violence call and then just shoot them both.
Why
No,
not just
I-
people not fight?
I think
that would be a better
cops.
solution.
I think cops should just roll down the street and shoot everyone that they see. I think
That's called a
what they should
drive-by.
do. No,
That's called a
just
drive-by.
everyone though. Everyone.
Well, technically, it's drive-bys then.
You might be a potential criminal. Blah blah blah.
While they're playing, Eazy-E.
No, they're just playing Bad Boys, the cops theme, as they just shoot everyone on the
What you
street.
want? What you want? Bad boys, bad boys. I bet Mod.
What you gonna
loves
do?
that show.
What you gonna
Aiden
do?
knows all
when they
about
come
Bad
for
Boys.
you?
Yeah, I was in front of the TV all the time watching that.
I bet. Beat him harder, officer.
We can tell.
Beat him harder. What the hell? Beat him harder. I would never say that. No, I have a friend who the cops were chasing him, and they had to chase him for a long time, and they got pissed. By the time they caught him, they let the dogs tear his legs up, and he had to go to the hospital first. So like he was covered in open wounds, you know. And then he died after that. Not from that incident, but just recent, just right after that.
What a nice happy story.
Oh, you made us
right.
run after you. Now die.
Yeah, I'm telling you, the cops in my area at that time were fat, and they didn't want to chase you. But if you take off running, they have to.
What's better? Take better care of your body so you can catch people, or murder? Like which one's better?
Well, they didn't murder anyone, but they did let the dogs
use
tear
dogs to murder.
No, I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that's
that's
life.
That sounds like that whole department needs to reevaluate their life choices, and they're out there saving lives, and they should be in better shape.
I think
remember, we can't stop people from being bad. They are
yes. But you can be less fat so you can catch them. That would be a start.
I think every cop should have a.
Like, I can't catch them. I'm just going to shoot them in the back because I can't run that fast.
Yeah, they can't do that though. There's laws against that.
Oh, hey, but you can let the dogs loose on them like it's the
dogs had to catch him.
Martin Luther King Jr.
And they will catch you if the dogs come out. You're gone. You're in trouble. You're gonna get tore up.
I don't have any self-discipline, and I'm punishing someone else for their lack of self-discipline. Let me send a permit at them.
You want me to figure out who they were, and go and give them a good talking to?
I would rather be hit by a car, like just lightly hit by a car, than have one of those dogs sent after me.
You know what? I bet when Mod sees footage of like when riots happen and the police dogs like sense that the cops are being way more aggressive than the protesters, and the police dogs turn on the cop. I bet that Mod sees footage of that, and she's like,
"That dog doesn't know the full story."
I need to know. I need to see that. That would be pretty interesting.
That dog doesn't know the full story. That dog's a cop hater.
I mean, do they even is that even real?
It's for 411.
Yes, that's happened multiple times.
Well, I'm just curious. I want to see it. I haven't seen that. Because them dogs are real smart. They don't even train them in English. They train them in German, so people don't know. Because that's like the hardest language to learn, I guess. I don't know. That's just what I heard. But they train them in German, so people don't know their calls and stuff. I mean, they're really, really strictly trained. And then
they'll really trigger the Antifa types that think that all cops are Nazis anyway. So they're like screaming stuff in German at the dogs.
Probably. I don't know. But they definitely they stay with the same cop until they die.
Yeah.
Because that's their partner. They become like friends and acquainted and all that.
No, they're great. Like police dogs are great.
They're badass. They don't care about your feelings either. And they usually only bring them to sniff drugs or whatever.
Look,
they have different
I have varying more nuanced views on it. Like when I see a video where a dog grabs somebody that's a threat to kind of disable them so the cops can move in and grab them.
Well, see,
and they try to stab the dog and the cops shoot the guy for doing that. I completely support that. You shouldn't be doing that.
That's just like killing a cop.
I know that.
That's a serious crime. Very serious. Probably.
I think everybody that kills a cop should get a medal. Personally, that's what I think. No, I'm just joking.
Oh my
God. They do. They get metal bars, and they get the death
or they get metal in their chest.
There's no
You'll
way
get
out
a
of
medal right in the heart.
They probably prefer that because
I just want to prison. I just want to take how Missing Mod thinks of my viewpoint and just like hyperbolize
just
it.
Be a cartoon of what you think
your world. I think that you're not thinking about it, and your world would be absolute hell if we did.
Missing Mod's just envisioning Aiden with his whole pride parade chasing the cops down and beating them to death.
We're literally right above you as a country, and we don't have cities loaded with fanatics.
Yeah, you guys are just sending the fent into our country.
You guys don't have crime?
We don't have crime? I mean, yeah, we have crime, but we don't have crime like America.
Well, I mean, just wait. It'll come. It's coming.
Uh-huh.
It's just really there.
For
so you
some
don't have
reason,
to walk
everybody
it up.
isn't walking around with a gun all the time, and yet, in
Hey.
spite of the fact that everyone isn't walking around with a gun, people
You know,
are still
your
safe.
your side of the argument is that people are good, and I'll win every time.
Yeah,
It
'cause
doesn't
you're a
matter if
pessimist.
it's high, it's still bad.
You're a jaded pessimist. Is the problem.
Can you stop doing that, Wildheart? Like that's kind of ridiculous.
No, I'm just saying I disagree with you. People are good. It's religion that teaches people.
It's religion.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's a religion that teaches people to like throw babies down the stairs and stuff.
Happy is he that bashes the
Poor
baby's head.
babies across the rocks. Poor babies who don't. People are generally good.
That's like saying one story is like makes up the entirety of humanity. You know?
Right, that's like saying that one guy who flips off cops is representative of everybody that's anti-cop.
Yeah, like not everyone thinks that's a cool thing to do, but
I never said
also it's way less cool to
made
give
that
someone a head injury for flipping you off. You
But
don't
if
have
the
to like
Bible,
do that.
if the Bible is the word of God, and it says thou shalt.
What are you trying to read whatever you're about to say off your phone?
No, I just had a text message.
Uh,
If the Bible says thou shalt dash the babies across the rocks, if your Bible
are you talking about some Old Testament stuff?
why does it matter whether it's the same God? What do you have against the Old Testament?
It's just things are different now.
Why are they different?
Because they were talking about oh my gosh, they were talking about a specific group of people, not all people.
But it was morally good to dash babies against rocks in the Old Testament.
Yeah, because they were like demon because they were the Canaanites.
Yeah.
We're talking about the Canaanites, dude.
Talking about genocide is what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, they're talking about the Canaanites.
So in the Old Testament, it was morally good to dash babies against the rocks. Is what it's saying.
In a specific context of them being Canaanites.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry everybody. Daniel's having a show at 8.
Did he tell you have to stop the stream so he can start his?
No, not at all.
You're
I
just being
wanna,
nice.
Okay. As long as he didn't tell you to stop or anything, then
Yeah, because if he did that, I'm gonna have to email him and tell him he's a poopy head.
Yeah. So the conversation can go on.
I agree, missing mod.
And I agree, Missy Mod. I do suck the fun out of it for you because you know that you are wrong.
You just always have an axe to grind, dude. It's like constant.
Okay.
Thank you everybody for joining. Thank you, Sandman. Thank you, Wild Hearts. Thank you, Aiden. Thank you.
Have a good trip, gangster.
Be safe. Don't take any wooden nickels. And again, if someone with a thick like Arabic accent starts calling you Habibi, just run.
Habibi.
Habibi.
Let's go
I got
and
these
make
candies. You want these candies?
Candies. You want for you? Just
what's it taste like?
Tastes like hummus. Hummus.
Have a great night, everybody.
It's halal.
Halal garlic. Okay, bye.
BB.
I will go over to Daniel.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye, guys.
See ya. Bye, guys.
He died in the streets.